which is number 3 on the supplement, is to discuss the tax rate and vote on a proposed rate and record the vote. All right. The tax rate for this year is 0.409, and we don't have the official one from Lisa, but she has done it on paper, and hopefully we'll be able to get it put into the computer program to verify that she has it calculated correctly. And her figure is 0.39375. What we have done before is we voted on a proposed rate that was higher possibly than what we are looking at, but doing, just in case we decide to go up, because once we vote on this rate, if we decided later we had to go up a little bit, well, we have to repost and reset all of our schedules according to the time that's required to have been voted on. But 0.39375 is what she is saying is the, used to be called the effective rate. Now it's the no new revenue rate. With that Senate bill too, it's changed so many things. It's got us in such a...
I make a motion to leave the tax rate the same.
I'll second it.
You make
Proposed tax rate.
Proposed tax rate.
0.3937?
No. What it is right now?
0.49.
0.409? Okay. All right. And we can always go lower after we get all of our stuff.
Before we vote on page 5 of our little tax rate calculation worksheet, what is the 39673 and the 41155? On page 5.
If I have one of those in
Kind of written in log.
Here it is, here it is, here it is. On page 5. Page 5.
Is that on the budget?
That's the
It's
adjusted.
page 5 on the worksheet deal we got.
Well, what you just
It says
did for-
2020 tax rate calculation worksheet.
Yeah. You got one. You see in the middle of the page, good?
I do. And I think that's the reason, you know, there's a lot of new,
Thank you.
the way that everything is being done now, as far as the tax rates and setting and the times and the limits and all that were changed by that Senate bill too. And so I think that's why Lisa's saying that this is just her figure until she can put it into the computer for it to actually calculate that. That is adjusted 2020, no new
Revenue maintenance and operation.
revenue, which is the same as page 8. No, it's adjusted. And then you come down and you do, well, there's the M&O rate, which we don't have any, because we don't have any debt that we're servicing. And then it goes on over to another calculation of the voter approval tax rate. So that's a different, all I can say is that's a different calculation. Because if you look over on the back of page 8, total tax rate, no new revenue tax rate is 0.39375. The voter approval tax rate is 0.41155. And then the diminished rate is the 0.41837. And that for the diminished rate, I believe if there are certain conditions, like you have a disaster and some different things that you have to collect more money for that year and possibly up to 3 years, you can use that 0.41837 under certain circumstances. But what we used to call the effective rate is a 0.39375.
Got 409.
409 is this year's, was this year's rate. And so we have a motion. Do we have a second? Okay, and you have that? The motion and the second? I'm sorry? And the motion was, let me read it. The motion is to set the proposed tax rate at .409. The proposed tax rate, and record the vote. So all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carried. So all four voted yes. Item number 4 is to vote to set the proposed salaries, expenses, or allowances for elected officials for 2020 to 2021. We've had some requests for increase for elected officials. JP's, they requested that they be raised, I think, to 52,000. Is that what it was?
Yes, ma'am.
52,000.
I make a motion, we leave the salaries the same as they were last year.
And the allowances,
Yes, ma'am.
that would be,
For the elected officials.
Second.
any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 5 is to announce the date of the meeting to vote on the tax rate. Oh my gosh. Beth, what is that date? It's the Wednesday. I don't have a calendar.
In August.
Go ask Pilar. I believe it'll be the 19th, August the 19th.
Wow. August 19th is what, good?
Isn't that our second
Vote on
meeting?
tax rate.
To vote on the tax rate. That'll also be the date that we adopt the budget on the 19th.
That's on our regular, the 19th on our regular
Yeah, I
court
think
meeting
that's-
day.
On Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Second meeting in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. At this time, we're going to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters in accordance with Chapter 551.074 of the Texas Government Code. So everyone will need to leave the room, and I will make the certified